Hope is extremely dangerous. Hope has the ability to light up the darkness. Hope is not soft. Hope gives you gasoline. It's not passive. When one pathway closes, hope has the ability to open up another one, or at least help you find it. They told you hope was something that you whispered to yourself when you ran out of options, but that's not reality. Hope is dangerous because it remembers. It's a wayfinder. When you're hopeful, nothing can stop you because you're willing to adjust. Hope is dangerous to your competitors. How you gonna compete with me when I want us both to win? Because hope makes you take action while your competitors plot and plan. Hope kept me working towards my goals. Even when others laughed at me, doubted me, threw roadblocks in my way, tried to sabotage me. Hope is dangerous to your bullies. These folks tried to jump me, y'all. They just didn't know I could fight. Because it makes you stand up. Hope helped me fight back. It makes you stand up to them and all their stupid behavior. Not with violence, but through my persistence. Bullies rely on silence, fear, and hesitation. It helped me stand up to bullies and abusers when everything in me wanted to give up. They rely on your compliance to being bullied. Hope breaks that pattern. It didn't erase what happened, but it did give me the strength to view things differently, to look at it through a new lens. Hope says, you don't get to define me, and I don't care what names you call me. Hands down, hope is one of the strongest tools you have in your bag. Hope taught me how to love myself. When the people that were supposed to love me first, our families, our parents, when they didn't. Hope is extremely dangerous to your trauma. My trauma thought it had the final say, but it forgot that I'm the one holding the pen. When you go through something, they say you feel hopeless. That's where the darkness gets in. But when you have hope, you can endure the darkness. Those wounds from the old days. It's dangerous because once hope knows it's survived before, it stops believing that it can't survive again. Because trauma survives in secrecy, and hope drags those secrets out into the light. It remembers every time it overcame cruelty. Hope says, this hurt me, but I ain't carrying it no more. And it remembers every obstacle that wanted you to quit and how you navigated around it. Hope is that magic weapon, that silver bullet that destroys darkness. Hope is extremely dangerous to narcissists. Narcissists are good for two things: destroying themselves and pulling everybody else down with them. Narcissists thrive in consistency. People expected me to break. They expected me to crash out. Because narcissists are terrified of change and to become what they had already told me I was, what they had decided. Hope seeks out change. It looks for another way. It taught me that my value wasn't determined by anyone else's approval. It destroys those folks who want to keep you down, not by credentials or permission. See, narcissists need you frozen, like this ground I'm walking on. Almost frozen. Every time it found a new doorway when someone was blocking the one for you, you build your hope up. It's almost like nobody can stop you. Kind of like Nelson hopes I'm gonna just keep cutting wood so he can keep chewing on it. They need you stuck. They need you doubtful, worried. It helped me find alternative ways to use my skills, my knowledge, my degrees, my mind. Hope doesn't allow that. Hope threatens that control. Hope gives you options. Hope gives you courage, and it gives you motion. Hope picked me up when systems failed me. They told you hope was soft. Sometimes when you're hopeless, when you feel hopeless about life or your circumstances, hope is not blind optimism. Hope is pattern recognition. Oftentimes, it's because you're only looking at it one way, or you only see one path to being fulfilled again, to getting that hope back. Hope helps you find alternate pathways when you think you're out of options. So if you're feeling hopeless about something, think about all the other ways that things can work out in your favor, not just the one way. See, hope is dangerous. It learns, it adjusts, and it evolves to meet the situation. That's why it's dangerous. That's why people work so hard to kill it. That's why they mock it. That's why they call it naive. Hope doesn't forget. It adapts. Because once you have hope, you stop asking permission. You stop accepting abuse, and you stop settling for survival. It remembers every time it was counted out and every time it proved them wrong. Hope isn't weak. It never has been. Hope is a powerful weapon. Hope is what helps you meet your goals. Hope helps you endure pain. And when you learn to use it, everything that benefited from your silence runs and hides. And that's why hope is dangerous. Everything that benefited from your silence becomes very uncomfortable. Hope remembers how strong it already is. The most dangerous weapon and defense, I mean, it's like a all-around Swiss Army knife, if you will, is hope. As always, you are enough, my friend. For real, you are.